in, Honorable Leki Abijide. Urgent needs to declare a state of emergency on access road to Apapa, Tinkan, PTML, and Kirikiri Lighter Terminal Commands in Zone A of Nigeria Customs Service. The House knows that the Committee on Custom and Exercise embarked on a week-long oversight of Zone A of Nigeria Customs Service Command to ascertain the level of revenue generation and also to find out their challenges in order to find a way of addressing them using custom budget of 2021. Also note that the committee haven't gone around the commands under a very difficult terrain. So much anomalies were discovered that if not tackled headlong, the Nigerian ports are at the risk of imminent and total collapse. Aware that businesses, commuters, and residents along these access routes see hell on a daily basis as they are subjected to nuisance, pollution, and emission to the environment. Also aware that due to the challenges of inaccessibility of the ports, it takes an average of 60 days to do a turnaround of a container, whereas should there be an easy access to the port, the turnaround within Lagos will not be more than 5 days. The implication to us is that the country is losing an average of 5 times the revenue it would have made if the access routes were good. Further aware that despite the stated challenges, the Nigeria Customs Service in 4 commands mentioned above, within Apapa, Tinkan Island, PTML, and Kirikiri Lighter Terminal, make average of 100 billion naira in a month. This would have translated to 500 billion naira monthly if access road leading to these ports were to be in order. In fact, that were 2 months of Nigeria custom revenue from this command to be dedicated to facilitate the access routes and needed infrastructure, the revenue dedicated will be recovered in full in less than a month, sharply increasing our revenue in a manner to stem frequency of loans from China and other countries, of which we cannot predict the future implication of these loans that we are taking. Worried that further aggravating traffic chaos are most of the shipping companies, which continue to operate their empty containers receiving bay within the perimeter of the ports, rather than relocating the base and the logistic park outside the ports, and employing the use of barges as transport alternative for both importers and exporters toward reducing traffic on the port roads. The House notes that this should be done using private terminals such as ESS Libra in Ibesi and government warehouses at Ikorodu government warehouse to return empty containers and get in export through these areas instead of coming in through the port to decongest the roads. Also worried that major terminal operators, the likes of APMT, which is AP Mola, the Apapa concessionaire, and TICT, Tinkan Airline concessionaire, continue to operate analog gate-in and gate-out system, and yet they have not automated their gate-in system. Their terminal delivery order, which is their ticket, is still analog. It's supposed to be automated in using to open and close the gate instead of human contact. The use of automated ticket will eliminate human contact, which are proven to breed bottlenecks and corruption. Concerned that in addition to the poor condition of the port access route, extortions by officials of the Nigerian Ports Authority, Security Department, Police, and Presidential Task Force remain the major cause of unending gridlock along the port access route, with stockholders as importers, clearing agents and truck owners, alleging that they are forced to pay as much as 250,000 to 280,000 per truck for entries and exits to the port. These apparatus, making the stakeholders at the expense of the nation, should be held accountable. While the task force has demonstrated that it has outlived its usefulness, should be disbanded forthwith. The House resolved: 1. Urge the federal government to declare a state of emergency on Nigerian port access road and dedicating greater part of 2-month revenue generated by these 4 commands of Apapa, Tinkan Island, Kirikiri Lighter Terminal, and PTMA for construction of the access road leading to the command in order to complete the road in 2 months for optimal revenue for the country. 2. Direct the shipping lines to forthwith get in exports and empty containers by sea to the port through the waterways by barges directly to the vessels or the terminals where the vessel should pick them. 3. All the Nigerian Port Authority and relevant security agencies and apparatus to ensure immediate seize and desist of extortion activities going on at the ports and port access roads. 4. All the federal government to immediately disband the Presidential Task Force on Port Access Road, having outlived its usefulness, and for participating in extortion and contributing to congestion of the port access road. And finally, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, mandate the House Committee on Custom and Excise to report to the House in 6 weeks. I so move, Mr.